Welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show us how to create this awesome donut chart, right? We have the variants of donut chart, which is a pie chart, and it's the same thing. All you need to do is just to click on this, go to chart design, and you can change the chart type either to a solid pie chart, or you can also change the chart design maybe to a simple pie chart like we have here. And as well, we can also have the donut chart. They're all the same thing, right? So I'm going to show us how to create exactly what we have here step by step. Now, first of all, when do you need a pie chart? A lot of times we make use of bar charts when we can use a pie chart. Number one, when you have few categories. When also you are representing a whole, an entity, complete entity. For instance, if I'm representing the population of the world, I can use a pie chart, right? Because everything we are going to have on the pie chart represents everybody. So that's a condition where we need a pie chart. So let me give you an example. I can say, okay, for the different continents we can have a pie chart representing each continent, and then it's going to make sense. You have your pie chart for every continent. You have it like this. Now, this is a situation where you need a pie chart. Also, note that pie charts are represented in percentages because you're looking at a whole here. You're not looking at frequencies. So you're going to have them in percentages. Say 32%, and this could be like 18%, and you have them like this. Now, let me just go to our data set and show us how we can create pie chart in Excel, and I will explain to you how we can format it to look the way we want. Our data set shows the population of every continent. You can see Asia, we have 4.75 billion, population in billion, and then we have others. We also have percentages here. Now, so this data, let me give a disclaimer, it's not an actual data, it's just a rough estimate. I'm just using to teach us how to create pie chart. To create pie chart, it's very simple. You highlight what you want to see on the pie chart, like this population, and then you just go to insert. Once you select insert, you go here and you select this. So this is a classical pie chart in Excel. Very easy to put. You can see we have our legend down here with all the countries, right? Associated countries. Now, first thing I want to show us are these three buttons. The first button here helps you to select, maybe you want to see labels, data labels. So you see, so we have these labels on the data showing in billions, 0.4, which we have. Also, you can see your chart has title or not. You can toggle it. And the position of the title, do you want it centered or do you want it above the chart? So now we say we want it above the chart so that we can put other things within the chart area. Very awesome. Now the next thing is this brush where we have the style. You can select the style that you want your chart to be. We have a number of them here, different styles, whichever suits you. But because I want to take time to explain how to create these things manually, I will not select any particular style. I will just go with the default. Right, so you can see. So this is what we have. You can go and change the color. So that's the color arrangement. You can change, you can see different color arrangements. If you want the same color, monochromatic, you have it. You just choose whatever color pattern you have. Normally, we choose monochromatic when you have a brand in mind and the brand has a color, so you can make everything to look similar within that brand color. So just for design purpose, let me just leave the default one. Yes, so let me also tell us something. There is a variant of a pie chart which we can work with. It's known as a donut chart. You can change it. Just go to change chart type here, select, and then we choose a donut chart instead of a pie chart, and you say okay. Right, we have a donut chart instead of a pie chart. They are very similar. As far as I'm concerned, they are the same thing. It's just that the donut chart tends to be used in recent times more than the pie chart. Now, the next thing I want to show us is how to add our data labels. In pie chart, as I said earlier, we add percentages. So our data labels in pie chart are normally percentages. So to add data label, you just go to this add sign and then you add data label. You can see them. Now what we have is not in percentage yet. You double click on it and then you see this. So under this place, you can select this percentage and then you're going to have our data in percentage. So I'll remove value, I'll just leave percentage. And we can also go to the number format. Instead of general, we still select percentage. And we go, percentages are represented in one decimal place. So I'll just say 1, and then I'll say, okay, just click here. We have it. So we have our percentages properly laid out. Now observe something. We have some things marvel here. We have a particular continent that has very few items, right? So what we need to do, you can select it and drag it outside just to show it. So it's pointing 0.5%. Right? So that's the particular continent. Right? So you can see 0.5%. Now let's go ahead and do some creative activities. For instance, we can change the position of this element, which is the legend. We can put it on the right. So to do that, you can just go here to elements, and where we have legend, you can see the options. If you don't want it, you select this. If you want it on the right, you select this. This is what I want. If you want it on the top, you can select, or left, wherever you want it. But I will select right. I want it on the right, which is awesome and perfect for me. Now, let's also do some formattings. For instance, I can look at other elements in the chart. For instance, if you go here, you see we have chart title. Do you want it above? Do you want it to overlay? As I showed us, do you want to remove it? And then data labels, do you want it to call out like this? Or you want it to just show? Or you don't want it? So we want it to show, so we have it. Right. So the next thing I want to show us is how to change the colors. You can change an individual color. For instance, this particular one, you click it. If you select a segment, right, it will show everything. But if you select it again, it will enable you to change color of only this segment. There are so many ways of doing it. First, you can just go to home here and change the fill color. Right, so let me use the conspicuous color like this green here, or let's say you use this yellow, right? So you can change it. Right, another way you can change it, while you select here, you just go here and then go to fill. Right, you can change the fill color to any color you want. Let me go with this purple, or you go back to your yellow. So this is one way. Another thing, you can say, I want it to have a gradient fill. So gradient fill, you see, so the color is gradient. You can see it. And we also have other things like pattern fill, where you select the pattern you want it to have, or you want it to have some kind of solid fill, which we have, and then all these options. We have the automatic, so real color that comes. Right? So if I want it to have a solid fill, I select here and select the particular solid fill I want. Now, let me show us how to change the background color of our chart area. Of course, you can increase the font size of this. Just come here and you can increase it. You know, you can make it bigger, you can adjust it, you can move it to any position. Even our chart, we can make it bigger, you know, zoom it out and then have it well arranged like this. So this is fine. We can also increase the font size or decrease the font size of our labels. You can either add it or reduce it, which is okay. Now, let's see, how do we format the background of our charts, right? So the background can be formatted. Actually, what we need to do, we just select this and go to fill. This fill is for the background. Let me show us. If we say gradient fill, right? So we're filling our background with this nice bluish gradient. And this gradient here, what we have, you can change any aspect of it. And so what we have here, you see, is somehow whitish at the top. If I want this at the end, the lower part here, I can select it and change this to a deeper color. Let's say this. So you can see. So that's how to work with the gradient. And one interesting thing I want to show us is that you can increase the transparency of the gradient to reduce the intensity in which it's displayed. Let me give you an instance. So I have these three gradients, But I can change the transparency of this. I can increase the transparency to make it more transparent. And also this one, I also make it more transparent so it looks friendly to the eye. Each one, we can actually make them transparent. So, just this simple design, right? Of course, we've already seen how you can format your chart. We have this, and this is how to create a pie chart or a donut chart in Excel. Now, let me also show us, we can change the background color of the labels, right? Just go to fill, solid fill. I can decide to see my labels will have some solid fill background. So I will select this, can go here and see, okay, the background of my labels will be changed. So I will select the label. If you select, what you do, select out and then select on the label. You can go and change the background. So background of my label are going to have some fill color. Let me see, I want them to have this color. So we have, so irrespective of what you have, the labels will have that color. Now you can see the transparency of our gradient in the background is what we are seeing, right? So we can also take it to a plain background. You can see everything looks very nice. So this is how to create a pie chart or a donut chart in Excel.